Welcome to OmniEyes, where we explore the incredible hidden secrets of nature and modern technology working in perfect harmony. Imagine a hungry frog sitting perfectly still in a vibrant green forest, completely surrounded by an absolute abundance of delicious insects. If those tiny insects remain entirely motionless, the frog will actually starve to death despite being surrounded by a massive feast. This bizarre phenomenon happens because the visual system of the frog is uniquely wired to detect only active, moving physical objects. To a frog, a completely stationary bug is practically invisible, blending seamlessly into the static background of the surrounding natural environment. They possess a highly specialized biological mechanism that automatically filters out any visual information that does not change or actively move. Scientists refer to this fascinating evolutionary trait as background subtraction, a brilliant method for conserving vital mental energy and processing power. The frog brain does not waste precious resources analyzing every single leaf, rock, or branch in its complex daily visual field. Instead, the creature patiently waits for a specific trigger. A sudden shift in the environment that signals either food or danger. A sudden flutter of wings or a crawling tiny leg instantly activates the predatory instinct, prompting a lightning-fast tongue strike. This incredible biological efficiency is exactly what modern computer scientists and engineers are trying to replicate in advanced digital surveillance systems. Traditional security cameras constantly record everything, generating massive amounts of useless data by capturing hours of completely empty, unchanging, quiet hallways. Processing and storing all those static frames requires enormous amounts of electricity, expensive server space, and heavy continuous network bandwidth usage. To solve this modern technological problem, developers looked closely at the humble frog and borrowed its brilliant motion-only trigger concept. In the rapidly expanding world of Internet of Things sensors, energy conservation is the most critical factor for long-term success. Smart cameras now utilize algorithms that completely ignore the static background, just like our green amphibian friend waiting in the swamp. These advanced systems remain in a low-power sleep mode, conserving battery life while quietly monitoring the scene for any changes. The camera processor only wakes up when it detects a significant alteration in the pixel values across its digital image sensor. If a person walks into the empty room, the sudden pixel movement triggers the system to instantly begin recording the event. By refusing to process redundant data, these smart surveillance networks operate for months or even years on a single tiny battery. This remarkable intersection of biology and engineering proves that nature has already solved some of our most complex data processing problems. The frog does not need a supercomputer to survive. It simply relies on an elegant biological filter to find its meals. As we continue to build smarter cities and automated homes, the principles of background subtraction become increasingly vital to our infrastructure. Imagine millions of remote sensors deployed across a vast, dense forest, monitoring wildlife activity without constantly draining their internal power supplies. These devices patiently watch the environment, ignoring the swaying trees and shifting shadows, waiting only for the distinct movement of animals. When a rare leopard finally walks past the hidden lens, the camera instantly activates, capturing the crucial moment without wasting energy. This is the true power of the motion-only trigger, a concept perfectly refined by millions of years of natural evolution. Let us dive deeper into the microscopic anatomy of the frog eye to understand exactly how this biological magic actually happens. Inside the retina, specific neural pathways are dedicated entirely to detecting contrasting edges that move across the visual field over time. These specialized neurons are completely unresponsive to steady ambient light, or objects that remain locked in a fixed, unchanging spatial position. It is a highly efficient, hardware-level filter, meaning the brain never even receives the useless information from the static background. Human engineers replicate this by using background modeling, where the software creates a mathematical representation of the empty scene over time. The computer continuously compares every new incoming video frame against this established mathematical model to find any new, unexpected moving anomalies. If the difference between the new frame and the background model exceeds a certain threshold, the system declares a motion event. This elegant mathematical subtraction removes the distracting noise, leaving only the important moving subjects for the artificial intelligence to carefully analyze. However, designing these algorithms is incredibly challenging because the real world is rarely perfectly still, even when nothing important is happening. Clouds moving across the sun can drastically change the lighting in a room, potentially tricking a poorly designed motion detection system. Rain, snow, or wind blowing through tree branches can also create false alarms, wasting the very energy the system aims to save. To overcome these environmental challenges, modern algorithms use adaptive background models that slowly update themselves to accommodate gradual changes in lighting. Just as a frog adjusts to the shifting sunlight in its swamp, the smart camera learns to ignore irrelevant environmental variations. The synergy between the ancient amphibian brain and cutting-edge artificial intelligence highlights the incredible value of studying biological systems closely. We often think of technology as something completely separate from nature, but the best solutions are usually found in the wild. Every time your smart doorbell sends an alert to your phone, you are benefiting from the exact same logic frogs utilize. The doorbell camera ignores the parked cars on the street and only notifies you when a delivery person approaches the porch. This selective attention prevents you from being overwhelmed by hundreds of useless notifications about absolutely nothing happening outside your front door. In a world drowning in an endless ocean of digital data, the ability to filter out the noise is an absolute superpower. The frog teaches us that we do not need to see absolutely everything. We only need to see what truly matters. By focusing entirely on the dynamic changes, we can build highly responsive systems that react instantly without wasting precious computational resources. This philosophy extends far beyond simple security cameras. It is actively shaping the future of autonomous vehicles and advanced robotic navigation. Self-driving cars must process massive streams of visual data in real time to safely navigate through busy, chaotic urban environments. By applying motion-only triggers, the vehicle can prioritize tracking moving pedestrians and other cars over analyzing static buildings and signs. This rapid prioritization could be the crucial difference between a safe journey and a tragic accident on a crowded city street. Nature has spent millions of years optimizing these complex sensory networks, providing a perfect blueprint for our modern technological engineering efforts. Let us return to our hungry frog, still waiting patiently on its lily pad, completely ignoring the motionless world around it. A small fly lands nearby, but it immediately freezes, blending perfectly into the complex visual noise of the vibrant green foliage. The frog remains entirely motionless, its biological background subtraction algorithm working flawlessly to conserve its precious metabolic energy for the strike. Suddenly, the fly twitches its tiny wing, creating a microscopic disturbance in the otherwise perfectly static visual field of the predator. That single pixel of movement is all it takes to trigger the explosive, lightning-fast reaction of the highly adapted amphibian. The tongue shoots out with incredible precision, capturing the meal in a fraction of a second, proving the efficiency of nature. This dramatic moment perfectly illustrates why ignoring redundant data is not a weakness, but rather a highly sophisticated strategy for survival. In the realm of digital surveillance, redundant data is the enemy of efficiency, clogging up networks and draining expensive server capacities. Imagine a massive corporate building with hundreds of security cameras monitoring empty hallways throughout the long, dark, and quiet night hours. Recording and transmitting all that static video would require massive amounts of energy and generate terabytes of completely useless digital files. Instead, the intelligent network sleeps, waiting patiently for a door to open or a shadow to move across the silent corridor. Only then does the system wake up, capture the necessary footage, and instantly alert the security personnel to the potential intrusion. This smart approach drastically reduces operational costs and minimizes the environmental impact of running massive, power-hungry digital data storage centers. It is truly fascinating to realize that a simple swamp creature holds the key to building more sustainable and efficient technologies. Biomimicry, the practice of imitating natural biological designs, continues to drive some of the most profound innovations in modern human history. From the aerodynamic shape of bullet trains inspired by kingfishers, to the invention of Velcro, mimicking tiny burrs found on plants. The frog motion detection system is yet another brilliant example of how nature provides elegant solutions to our complex engineering problems. As sensors become smaller and more ubiquitous, the need for extreme energy efficiency will only continue to grow in the future. We are moving towards a world where billions of connected devices will quietly monitor our environment, agriculture, and complex urban infrastructure. These tiny devices will rely heavily on the principles of background subtraction to operate for decades without ever needing battery replacements. They will watch over our forests, detecting the earliest signs of devastating wildfires by spotting the subtle movement of rising smoke. They will monitor our agricultural fields, identifying harmful pests and insects without wasting energy processing the static images of growing crops. In every single application, the core philosophy remains exactly the same. Ignore the static noise and focus entirely on the changes. The incredible legacy of the Frogs visual system will be embedded in the microscopic silicon chips that power our future world. It is a beautiful reminder that no matter how advanced our technology becomes, we are still students learning from the natural world. So the next time you see a frog sitting quietly by a pond, take a moment to appreciate its incredible biological engineering. That small, unassuming creature is a living masterclass in data processing, energy conservation, and highly targeted, hyper-efficient visual motion detection. Its unique ability to completely filter out the background noise has allowed its species to survive and thrive for millions of years. And now, that exact same biological strategy is actively helping humanity build a smarter, more efficient, and highly connected digital future. We have journeyed from the damp, noisy swamps of the natural world to the sterile, quiet laboratories of modern computer science. We have discovered how the simple act of ignoring motionless objects can revolutionize the way we design complex digital surveillance networks. The motion-only trigger is not just a clever algorithm. It is a profound lesson in focus, efficiency, and resource management. By embracing the wisdom of the frog, we can create technology that works seamlessly with the environment rather than fighting against it. The perfect harmony between nature and engineering is what drives the continuous evolution of our modern society and our advanced digital tools. We must continue to observe the natural world with curious eyes, searching for the hidden secrets that can solve our greatest challenges. From the microscopic neurons in a retina to the massive data centers powering the internet, the principles of efficiency remain universally applicable. The story of the frog and the motion sensor is a testament to the boundless ingenuity found at the intersection of disciplines. As we wrap up this fascinating exploration, we hope you have gained a new appreciation for the brilliant designs hidden in nature. Every single creature, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, carries millions of years of evolutionary wisdom within its complex genetic code. We will continue to uncover these incredible secrets, bringing you the most captivating stories from the cutting edge of science and technology. Join us again next time as we dive into another amazing journey, exploring the hidden wonders that constantly shape our incredible universe. Remember to always keep your eyes wide open, because the answers to our biggest problems often hide in plain sight around us. Thank you so much for watching this deep dive into the brilliant biological algorithms that inspire our most advanced modern digital systems. This has been OmniEyes, your ultimate guide to the fascinating intersection of nature, science, and technology. Goodbye, and see you soon!